The map is not the territory. You spent 2025 building the perfect roadmaps. You got the budgets approved. You've aligned stakeholders all over the place. You've had many perfect plans. And then something hits. The market has shifted. Something has happened that you didn't see coming, and now budgets have started getting slashed. The rules have changed. And now you're doing what most leaders do. You're scrambling. You're trying to force this old way of thinking, the old maps, into this new territory. You're working late trying to manage the actual chaos. You're trying to fix it with more meetings, with more reports, with more control. You should actually stop. You are not leading at this point. You are actually flailing in the wind, and everyone sees it. The era of command and control is dead. It's been dead. See, the era of those 5-year, I'm going to say even 3-year plans is dead. We are living in a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. If you're trying to use those static playbooks in a dynamic world, you are already obsolete. See, I'm Dr. Devon Morris, your personal leadership outlaw and adaptive performance strategist. I want you to like, subscribe, and pull that notification bell close to you. Today, we are talking about adaptive leadership. This isn't about change management. All right. So change management, I'm just going to leave that for the amateurs for right now, who think they can control the actual storm. See, adaptive leadership is for the professionals who know how to navigate those storms. See, today, I'm giving you the system to stop reacting to the chaos and start thriving in it. The single biggest reason leaders fail today is a failure diagnosis. You are treating adaptive challenges as if they were technical problems. This is the core concept of Heifetz and Linsky, and it is the foundation of my work. See, type 1, technical problems. These are the problems where the problem is really clear and the solution is known. See, for example, the server's down. Let's go ahead and go reboot it. That's the actual solution. We need to track some bugs. Well, you know what? Let's go get a tool. Let's install Jira. You can hire an expert to do this for you. It's pretty much a transaction, y'all. Type 2, the adaptive challenges. These are the problems where the solution is unknown and the problem itself is a little hazy. Example, our culture is toxic. Or think about when we need to innovate faster than the actual startups that exist. Or another example is 2 departments just refuse to actually collaborate. There is no software patch for a toxic culture. There's no expert you can actually hire to fix your lack of innovation. The solution requires the people with the problem to change their values, their beliefs, and their habits. Here is where you are failing. You are facing an adaptive challenge, a culture war, a market shift, and you are trying to solve it with a technical fix, a new tool, a reorg, a new policy, bringing a bunch of people in. You think a new process will fix the lack of trust. You think a training class will fix a lack of courage. Man, that's lazy coaching, lazy leadership, and it is a death sentence for your organization, better yet, for your team. Just why do you do this? Why do smart leaders apply technical fixes to adaptive problems? Because adaptive work is really painful, and because you have this savior complex. You have been trained that leadership means having all of the answers. When the team is anxious, you step in. You give them a plan. You give them a roadmap. You actually lower the temperature. You make them feel really warm and fuzzy, nice and safe, right? In an adaptive challenge, man, making people feel safe is the wrong move. If you provide a fake answer to a complex problem just to lower the anxiety, you are robbing the team of the work, you're robbing them of growth. You are taking the monkey off their back and actually putting it right on yours. And that is why you are burnt out. Period. That is why you're exhausted. You are trying to be the savior. See, but in an adaptive world, the coach is not the savior. The coach, the leader, is a provocateur. I hear the objection, right? But Devon, if I don't give them the answer, why am I the leader? They will think I'm incompetent. That is the furthest from the truth. See, you know what? That's your ego talking at that point, right? They won't think you're incompetent. They will think you are being honest. See, the greatest lie you can tell is, I have this under control, when everyone can see that you don't. Real authority doesn't come from pretending to know the future. Real authority comes from defining the reality that exists at this present time, right? I mean, I don't know the answer, but I know that we can figure it out or we die, and we'll do that together. See, that's leadership. That's coaching right there, right? So if you can't fix it, what do? Adaptive leadership is a system. And here are 2 moves that I want you to try. First move, get on the balcony, not the ivory tower, okay? On the balcony, right? See, most leaders spend their time on the dance floor. You're in the weeds. You're fighting the fire. You are reacting to the immediate face in front of you. When you are on the dance floor, you can't see the pattern. You can only see the movement that's actually happened. You must discipline yourself to get on the balcony. You have to step back mentally and strategically and look down at the system. Who is dancing with who? Who is sitting out? Where is the actual friction happening? You cannot fix the problem while you're drowning in it. So stop reacting, detach, observe, diagnose, and then proceed with action. Move 2. Regulate the actual heat. This is the most advanced move. Think of your organization like a pressure cooker. If the heat is too low, no urgency, too much comfort, people won't change. They'll just keep doing what they've always done. If the heat is actually too high, panic, terror, burnout, the lid will blow off is what you're going to see. People freeze and they quit. Your job as an adaptive leader is to keep the team in the productive zone of disequilibrium. Not too comfortable, not too panicked, productively distressed. How do you do that, though? You disappoint your people at a rate that they can absorb. You refuse to give them the easy technical answer. You force them to confront the actual hard reality. You ask the question that makes the room silent. You turn the heat up when they are complacent. And you turn the heat down with presence and steady nerves when they're panicking. See, you are not the mechanic. You are the thermostat. Look, the rules aren't going to stop changing. The chaos isn't going away. The technical fixes, the new Jira workflow, the reorg, the new title that someone has, they aren't going to save you. If you want to survive, if you have to stop trying to be the savior with the roadmap, you just got to do that. You have to become the adaptive strategist. You have to be willing to get on the balcony. You have to be willing to make people uncomfortable. You have to be willing to say, I don't know, so that your team can find the answer. This is the hardest leadership work there is. but it is the only kind that matters, right? In a world that is on fire. See, if you're a senior leader, a VP, a director, a founder, a coach, and you're navigating these massive shifts, if your technical fixes have stopped working, then we need to talk. This is what I do. I partner with executives, I partner with coaches on those real adaptive challenges, and we build the strategy to navigate them. So jump in that description, book a strategic intervention. Let's get on the balcony and see what's really happening. Stop fixing the wrong problems. Start leading adaptation. Start coaching them in a direction. That's the unfiltered truth. Subscribe because we are bridging the gap between research and real world results right now. Go dominate.